another one. It's a wet, horrible day. That trap works absolutely brilliantly. Perfect every time. The trap I have wanted to try for ages though is this one. Well, they call it the stovepipe trap. But this is just something I quickly rigged up with what I had. But it's basically a tube at the back. You have it with the mesh. If you can just put a bit of mesh at the back, that works. And apparently the pheasant walks in, pecking, and then because he can't turn around, he can't get out, apparently. So that one's set to see if it'll work or not. But instead I managed to just get one in that. But I've desetted the other one, so we'll see what this one, if it does work. It may not even work. Apparently it does though. But my dimensions may be wrong for this size. Right, so as you see there, just before it started snowing really heavy, I had got a pheasant in the normal, I suppose, chicken wire trap. So that's basically an arapuca bird trap trigger with a wooden frame and chicken wire top. Now I've come to the conclusion that I think that pheasants can't seem to see chicken wire or something. Or they're not afraid. When they're stood underneath that, they're not afraid. Because I've tried numerous wooden kind of cages, and that chicken wire one works every single time. Now if you want to know the exact dimensions of that, I can measure it and tell you. Because to be honest, I just made it. I normally just make things, you know, I look at them and I think, right, that's about the right size, and just make them. But I would, if I could figure it out in a minute, I'll probably tell you the rough dimensions, but later on I'll tell you the proper dimensions. I might have to do another video though. So I've caught the pheasant in the usual chicken wire cage trap. But the other one, the stovepipe trap, I can tell you the dimensions of that now. I've tried it a few times and never had any success. I know other people, apparently it works, but I don't think I've ever seen a picture of a pheasant in one. So apparently the proper dimensions are a 2 to 3 foot long pipe, and it's got to be about 6 to 8 inch diameter. Well, thinking about mine probably was about 6, you know, in between 6 to 8 diameter, but it was only about 1.5 foot long. And I kind of had to do it the way I did because it wasn't actually a stovepipe, it was just a piece of plastic, and I didn't have any duct tape or anything to tape chicken wire at the back, so I just had to wrap the entire thing in it. But what you apparently do is you get a stovepipe or a pipe 2 to 3 foot long, 6 to 8 inch diameter, and just put chicken wire on one end. Put the bait inside it. Then apparently what happens is the pheasant will come along, walk into the pipe towards the back where you put the bait, and then it can't turn around to get out because apparently a pheasant won't walk backwards. Or even if it does try, apparently where its feathers are going in one way, you know, it's like opening an umbrella and a thing. That's the method behind it. I've never been able to make it work, but you can see I can make the other one work perfectly fine. But you know, so if anyone's tried it and they know it works, let me know, because I'm going to keep trying it. I might have to maybe try a slightly different method, maybe you know, make a long wooden box or something, what they'll get in, something like that. But again, you know, it's another one, it might work, because I never would have thought that the normal coop trap would work ever. When you look at it, it just seems too simple to work. But you know, the coop trap is the one where you've got the cage and just a trench going in. Well, I've caught pheasants and pigeons with that, and they can't get out. You'd think they would, but they just can't seem to get out. Right, the snow's come down now and it's settled. It's stopped where we are, but don't know what that'll be like tomorrow. I might not be doing anything. So yeah, pheasant traps. I'm going to try a few more different ones if I can. But that chicken wire one, same bait, same place, same trap, seems to just work relentlessly every time. Right, anyway, actually I'll quickly see if I can just work out the dimensions and I'll tell you now. Right, off the top of my head, I think that cage, or the frame for the chicken wire cage, would be about, say, about 30 inches by 30 inches. So each of your bits of wood 30 inches, overlap them, they'll go a little bit shorter, and then just dome your chicken wire over the top. Or you could put a net, I think a net over the top of those with just a bent piece of wood or a bent piece of wire, just hold it up a bit. I think that would work absolutely perfect. Like I said, in my opinion, if it's really see-through at the top, pheasants don't seem to mind it at all. But when they've got, you know, wooden slats there, they seem to be a bit more wary about going underneath it. That's from my experience, if you know what I mean. But chicken wire or wire net, or just netting, seems to work perfectly. So 30 inches by 30 inches, that should make a large enough cage. I have done it with smaller, because one of my older videos, it was much smaller. It was probably only about, let's see, probably only about 20 inches I've done it before. And that caught one, but the top was chicken wire, you see. So they don't seem to be so worried about it. From a distance you can't even see it yourself when they're up. Perhaps that's part of it. But the other part is the trigger of an arapuca bird trap trigger is so brilliant, goes off so easy, and they've got to stand on it kind of thing to get in there. Anyway, I'm waffling on a bit now. So, right, cheers for watching, and I'll see you later.